I am Hans and this is my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Today we are in the garage again with another motorcycle. This is bike number 3, well 4 if you count the Hock, 5 if you count the other Hock. These are pit bikes though. What I've done is I bought 4 pit bikes. They're 125s. I've got 3 125s and 1 110. And we are just opening these up. I wanted to get some bikes so that my wife could learn to ride. My niece wants to learn to ride, and my brother's wife wants to learn to ride. And it's always best just to learn to ride in the dirt, on a dirt bike. These things have a lot of power, but they're not super powerful, so you're not gonna kill yourself going 100 miles an hour, you know, and wiping out. These bikes are a great way to learn on the dirt and just get out there and have a lot of fun and enjoy it. I'm looking forward to riding with my niece and riding with my wife, and hopefully everybody gets into it.
Let's go!
Pretty stoked to get this one put together. I want you guys to do it with me. We're gonna do it right now. Oh, look at that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The forks are on this one, which is nice. I think the other ones I'm gonna have to put the forks on. The brake caliper was not mounted. We got our front tire over here. This air filter, that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. We're gonna have to do the shock, handlebars, which are zip tied back here. And I'm gonna go ahead and just get this on the stand and we'll get this thing put together and take it for a ride. So this bolt right here is a 19mm bolt. We're just gonna loosen these guys up. This bolt's gonna slide out. These little brackets here are welded onto this frame, and that's what's holding that on. So we're gonna just slide that bolt right out of there. So all the little extras that we got here are a kickstand, I got a tool kit, I got a shifter, got foot pegs. Oh, actually we have a real bolt here for the front wheel, so we're not using that one that came for shipping. This is actually going to be a different bolt. All right, so these bolts are going to go down in these holes here, and this is just going to go on just like this. We want to loosen up those nuts. One of these bolts did fall out, so make sure that if you are taking these apart and you're throwing your stuff away, make sure you look for everything, because I did find on the last one that I did, there was like a whole entire mounting bracket that was still mounted onto that frame that they ship it in. So I was able to actually undo that, find a bolt that fit it, and actually get that thing to work again. So just double check for this stuff, and we'll go ahead and get these installed. So this is what we're mounting right here. These little risers here, there's a bolt that goes all the way down through here into here off of the handlebars, so you can get your adjustment, and then you just tighten this up. I've got the Allen key right here, and then I've got a 13mm that will go right here to hold that as I tighten it up. I'm gonna go ahead and just get this bolt started in here like this. Have it so it's just sticking out a little bit on that back side. Just enough so I can get this spacer up inside of there. Like that. We're gonna try to line that thing up. Looks like that got it in there pretty good. And we want to make, you can see it coming out here. We want to get that thing lined up just like that. So you did need to put this brake caliper on those studs that are underneath here and here. Slide that on, then slide the caliper in, and then put this bolt on. So that was, I had to take that back off. Not a big deal at all. Just put that on first, get your caliper slid into the brake pads, and then you're good. So this is for the foot peg, and when they sent this, they actually put the spring on there and a washer, and they put this on here, so you have to cut that off unless you can bend it out and get it off that way, but mine was not bending correctly, so I cut it because I have more of those. And then we'll go ahead and just remove this pin, and the foot peg will go right there. We're gonna just put this washer up there. We've got a new cotter pin. Fortunately, I have a bunch of these laying around from Harbor Freight. Let's go ahead and bend that one up. Took us about an hour. We got it together. We got the rear shock on, front tire, front brakes, handlebars, fender, foot pegs, shifter, kickstand, and everything else was pretty much ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and just take off all of this stuff. I want you guys to be able to see the stickers on it, and it's just got this little protective layer over the top of it. So I think we could just pull this stuff off. So overall, what do you guys think? This thing is a pretty nice looking little bike. Got some cool little decals on it. Big, huge, hefty duty frame in here. The welds actually look okay. The thing that blows me away about these bikes is this was about $1,000. It was $1,030. And man, it's full suspension, disc brakes on both sides. The thing is good to go, ready to go right now. I'm gonna check the oil before I start it up, put some gas in it, check the oil, and we'll fire this thing up and see what you guys think. There are instructions here on how you get this thing going. Fill the fuel tank with unleaded gasoline only, turn the fuel valve on. Bike must be in neutral to kickstart. When starting the engine, make sure the choke lever is in position, slightly rotate the throttle, blah, 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 blah. We know how to do this. You must change the transmission oil in the engine when you receive the motorcycle. Make sure you guys do that. We can start this up with the oil that it came in and just test it, make sure it's gonna start up, make sure it fires up. But as soon as we get done with that, we're gonna go ahead and drain the oil. We're gonna replace it with some new oil. Oil's pretty cheap right now, so just go ahead and take the time to do that. The oil that comes in here is just crap oil that's meant for shipping only. Let's go ahead and turn on the fuel. We are choke on. Oh. 3. Oh no, it did start. I'm gonna give it 3. Wow. Listen to that thing, man. Woo! This brake levers, or clutch, is literally sticking up straight. First gear. So this is bike 3 out of 4. Well, 5 or 6. I don't know. I've gone a little bit nuts lately and I've bought a whole bunch of these things, but this thing, actually, I just ran it down the driveway and back, and man, it runs really good. It sounds really good. So this thing is amazing for the price. I just can't get over how little these things cost. $1,000-ish, give or take. I know that they kind of have been raising their prices a little bit lately, but I have seen them go back on sale. So if you wait, you should be able to get this one for about $989, I think. So it's a great bike. It's got the inverted forks, it's got disc brakes, it's got a really great sounding, powerful engine. The exhaust is nice. It's light, it's got a clutch. So it's a little bit weird in the gearbox because it's like up to go to first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, and then back down So it's the opposite of some of the other ones that we've gotten here, these mini bike ones. But you could see like this is taller than this one and this one. That one's a 110, this one is a 125, this is a 125. And I can't get over how inexpensive these things are and how fun they are to ride too. So this one actually has a clutch on it where these two don't. So I think these two are actually considered mini bikes. But the reason that I'm doing these videos, you guys, is because I want you to be able to see these in person, in sort of person. I can at least show you the different sizes because online they look the same. That one looks like the same size as this one when you look at the pictures. So it's really hard to tell what's what. So the DB24, the DB15, I can't remember what the other one was, but it's a mini bike. They're small. And so the Coolster 125 with the 99 plate on it, that one is going to be kind of a mid-sized mini bike, so it's going to be a little bit bigger. And then this one's going to be more of a pit bike because it does have a clutch on it. This way you guys get to see it. So this is the difference. And then when I'm done with these, we're going to do a side-by-side. We're going to take them all down into either the racetrack over here, or we're going to just take them down into the field over here and ride them all around, kind of give them like side-by-side so you guys can see the difference between each one of them. And obviously these two are not what we're focusing on today. The Hock Pro Moto Racing bike is the one that we are focusing on today. It's got some pretty comfy grips. Seat's not too bad. Overall, this thing it's an amazing bike. I can't believe it started on the third kick. I just didn't have the choke on, so it kind of died out on me. So just to give you an idea, we can get this thing started back up pretty easily.